Well, hello now everybody. Welcome back to the channel. If you watched the last video, we bucked up that walnut log that was placed strategically there along my pile for me. Now it's time to split that wood. And I brought a little piece of cherry up here to remind me not to forget these cherry rounds that I need to split before I leave today. Now it's August right now and it's in the 90s. It's hot, dry, hot, and it's a good time to dry some wood. My firewood pile is just, since the last time I've been here, I can even tell. I had a few pieces of greener wood that I had thrown aside on some pallets, and they were just sitting out in the middle of this field. And when I came in here today and picked it up, it had lost almost half its weight. It is drying out so fast. So it's a good time of year to go ahead and split a little bit of wood. Like this walnut dries pretty fast. Walnut dries fast, so it's got most of August, all of September, October. That's 3 months there through October, and I got a bunch of other wood to deliver first. So if I deliver this wood, even in January, February, anytime after October, it will be dry. So I'm going to keep cutting wood. There's a bunch of dead standing maple out here, several piles that are going to be dry basically as soon as it's cut. Give it a week. I'm looking at a pile over here right now. I can see some spalting on it. It's just some dry burning wood. When you cut that kind of wood open, it's already dry. Give it a week or two and it'll certainly be dry. So there's plenty of wood, and I got enough wood. I've got 3 or 4 months of wood laid out, and then what I'm cutting now will come in after that. If you know what a LIFO-FIFO system is, first in, first out is what firewood is. So the first in will be the first sold. You know what I'm saying there. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get splitting some wood. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the damn video, watch some damn videos if you do subscribe. And we're just gonna split this walnut wood here, and I'm gonna stack it on these pallets. Probably got about a rick of wood. I'll show you the pile when we're done. I think I am gonna stack this wood, just because that's kind of the system I got. I like having a row of stacking, and it's conserves some space, and I'm running low on pallets. My main pallet supplier hasn't had any pallets out in weeks. He had one little 3.5 foot pallet that was cut off out there the last time I went, and it's just been bone dry most of the time. So I'm running low on pallets. I got a few of them, but I think I might just go ahead and stack this wood since it's so close and it's not that much wood, and I'll just stack it up, conserve a little bit of space. So here we go. I'm gonna put my apron on so I don't get filthy, and we're gonna split some damn wood. Fire in the hole. All right, rolling everybody. I got the camera in the shade so it doesn't shut off. So that's gonna be about the best angle y'all are gonna be able to get today. We're just gonna split some walnut wood. Here we go. Bunny rabbit mode engaged. Fire in the hole.
Alright, I wanted to show you this curly walnut. Apparently this walnut log had some curl in it, so you sawmill guys are probably drooling over that, but I don't think it was a great saw log. If you go back and look at it, it was a pretty tapered log, had some twists in it, and a few crotches. But anyways, pretty wood. And I wanted to also show you guys the top to my air filter had rattled loose while I was working, and I smelled something and I was like, what is burning? Somebody's having a bonfire. Well, that's what was burning. It was the plastic keeper nut on the end of my air filter, and it melted down. So I'm going to have to find a new metal nut to put on there. Not a problem. We'll find one eventually.
All right, everybody, this is going to conclude the walnut bucking and splitting videos. You can see that log that was laid out along here. It was a pretty good sized log, and it might be just about a rick of firewood. It's hard to say. I think that's probably about a 4-foot pallet that it's on. Oops, and I missed a piece on the ground right there. I need to pick that up. So I think that's about a 4-foot pallet, and you know, it's coming over it a little bit, so it's got an angle, and that may be almost about 4 feet high. That one was a little bit short. I think that pallet was cut off on the bottom. But it's right at about a rick of firewood, so it just goes to show you a nice big long log like that. That's not even a rick of firewood in that walnut log. I mean, people are selling them for $2,000 on the marketplace there, and you know, if you want to mill it and finish it out into furniture and live edge slabs and epoxy it and all that, you can get some value out of it. But I mean, just to cut it up into wood, that's probably about $100 worth of wood right there. So anyways, I'm gonna get going out of here, and we'll see you guys next time. That's the walnut stack. I got it nice and neat. I'm probably gonna do some stacking. I don't know. You can see it. You've seen my system before. I started just throwing it, but it is kind of nice to have a long row of stacked. What I'm thinking, if I'm still here next year, and I'm not sure that I will be, a lot of things are going on with this field. It's sold, so we're not sure what the longevity of that is, but I'm thinking it could be a good idea just to make a long row of wood, maybe a double row right there. And that can be like my wall. And then on the other side, like I'm doing now, you can just throw up and pile up against that wall and just put a bunch of pallets down over there where they are. And then, like I said, just use that as like a fence wall and just throw a bunch of wood up against it on the other side. So that's maybe will be my plan. And I'm gonna head out of here now, so thanks for watching. See you guys later.